my channel. I hope you're all having a great start to your day. I am here today to do my How to Disney World video, which is basically just a tips and tricks video on making the most out of your Walt Disney World stay. These tips and tricks have been very beneficial to me whether I am planning a trip to Walt Disney World or, like I said, trying to make the most out of my Walt Disney World stay. If you have any other questions or concerns, just ask them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them back as soon as possible. Let's move into this video. One of the first things to consider if you're planning a trip to Walt Disney World is where to stay. There are really two options. You can stay on-site or you can stay off-site. If you're staying off-site, the hotels are typically cheaper, but you do have to find your own transportation to and from the parks. If you're staying on-site, which is my personal preference, Walt Disney World does have hotels and resorts that fit every budget and every single family size. Now, the reason why I choose to stay on-site is because you're just so much closer to all of the magic. All the hotels are within 15 minutes from the parks, except for the deluxe villas, those are a little further away. Walt Disney World does have a bus system that runs every 15 minutes to and from your hotel to the different parks. Now, if you're going in peak season like the summer and you don't happen to make it onto one of the buses because it's too full, again, that bus will come back around typically within every 15 to 20 minutes depending on how busy it is. Now, along with the transportation, you also have access to a lot of different amenities such as the Disney dining plan, which I'll get into in a little bit, and extra magic hours. If you are planning a trip to Walt Disney World, I would really suggest looking up some Disney deals. If you go on their website and you go to the Disney deal section, they're always running promotions to save you 20% or 30% off a room, to offer you free dining plans, etc. So really do your research before you plan these trips because you can save yourself a lot of money. The next thing I would suggest is getting yourself familiarized with the parks, whether you're only going to one park for the day, 2 parks for the day, all 4 parks during your stay, only 2 parks during your stay, etc. The Disney's Magical Experience app has been an absolute godsend for me. It has really helped me get truly familiarized with all of the parks, which is going to save me a lot of frustration and a lot of time when I'm in the parks. The Disney Magical Experience app is on any smartphone and you can get it in the App Store, and it's basically going to help you with all of the show times and dining and character meet and greets and parades, any special events that are going on during that time. I truly suggest getting that app and just familiarize with yourself with what's going on during the parks because, again, it's going to save you a lot of time and it's going to save you a lot of frustration. The next thing I would suggest is to get to the park for opening. Now, I know that's not feasible for everybody, especially if you have kids, but if you're able to swing it, definitely try to get to the parks before openings. You usually get to enjoy a before opening show done by the cast members and some of the characters, but you also get shorter wait times on some of the most popular rides in that park. For example, if you're going to Hollywood Studios and you go right for opening and you get in line for Rock and Roller Coaster, your wait time is going to be significantly shorter than if you go to Rock and Roller Coaster at 3 o'clock, where the wait time could be up to 2 hours. You're going to save a lot of time and, again, a lot of frustration just getting in there and doing 1 or 2 of the rides beforehand. Now, if you're planning to go to Walt Disney World for an extended period of time, whether your trip is going to last you 3 days or your trip is going to last you 2 weeks plus, I definitely suggest doing the Disney dining plan. Now, Walt Disney World has 3 different options to choose from. They have a quick service option, they have a table service option, and they have a deluxe table service option. I will link all the information to those 3 different dining plans in the description below if you want to check them out and see which option would be best for you. Now, the thing that I like best about the Disney dining plan is that it is prepaid before your trip. You have to pay for all of it before you enter the parks, before your actual trip starts, which is really great because when I get into the parks, I don't have to worry about how much money I have to spend here, how much money I have to spend at this restaurant. All I really have to do is just leave my tip. Now, I choose the dining plan that is the quick service, the table service, and the snack. A lot of people say it doesn't really save you any money. I'm on the side that says it actually does save a little bit of money. When I did my whole trip out and I did the dining plan and I divided it by how many days I was staying there, it was just about $50, a little bit more than $50 a day. Now, again, you're getting a table service, a quick service, and a snack. The table service, some of the entrees at these places are about $30+ per plate. And then you get a dessert and you get a drink. On top of that, you still get your quick service and you still get your snack. So if you're choosing the higher end options, you're definitely going to save a little bit of money. Along with the dining plan, I would suggest making your reservations as fast as possible. There are some restaurants such as Be Our Guest and Cinderella's Royal Table that you need to make a reservation sometimes 180 days in advance. So as soon as you're planning your trip, I would say one of the first things to do after you're figuring out where you're going to stay is make your dining reservations. It's really amazing to just have a plan and to know where you're going to be going each and every day. Along with doing your dining arrangements in advance, I definitely suggest doing your fast passes as soon as your window opens. I believe your window opens 45 days before your magical experience begins. The second your window opens, get your fast passes because they book up really, really fast. Once you have your fast passes, you basically know that there's at least 3 rides for that day. You can kind of just breeze right through the lines. And again, some of these lines can get up to 2 hours, so this could save you some serious time in the parks. A lot of rides at Walt Disney World offer a single rider line. So whether you're going with one other person or you're going with a group of people, take advantage of those single rider lines. If you don't mind sitting with somebody else and making a new friend, definitely take advantage of them because your wait line could possibly be cut in half just by using that single rider line. So the next one's going to seem a little obsessive and a little crazy and a little over the top, but it's just the teacher and me coming out. Once you have your dining arrangements planned and you have all your fast passes planned, go to Microsoft Office and make yourself an Excel sheet. I find this to be the most organized blueprint that I have for my whole magical stay, and it really helps me to stay extremely focused. I even color code mine by parks. Again, I said that I am crazy obsessive with this stuff, but it's just such a way to stay organized and stay focused while you're in the parks and to know exactly where you need to be, and again, to make the most out of your magical stay. The next thing to consider for your trip is the Disney's PhotoPass Memory Maker. I've actually never used this option before, but I did a lot of research on it and I decided to add it to my package for my upcoming trip in July. Now what the Disney PhotoPass is, it is $170 if you prepay for this option, and I believe it's an additional $30 if you pay for it during your stay. Now what the Disney PhotoPass is, it's every single time a staff member takes your picture, whether they're taking a picture of you in front of Cinderella's castle, they're taking a picture of you at a restaurant, with a character, on the rides, etc., it gets uploaded straight to your Magic Band. Now if you go to the parks like I went last year and I didn't have this option, my friends and I were looking at some of the pictures that we took and they were actually really nice pictures, but if you wanted to buy them at the park, they could be anywhere from like $15 to sometimes $50 just for one picture. With this Disney PhotoPass, it's uploaded right to your Magic Band, and for 14 days to I believe a month, you have access to these pictures online. So every single picture that somebody's taking of you at the park, any staff member that's taking these pictures at the park, it's uploaded right to your gallery. You can download every single one of these pictures to your computer and then you can print them out at your leisure. You can choose if you want to print every single one of them out or none of them out. Again, it's at your leisure. But what it's going to do is give you access to every single picture taken of you at the park. It's going to be a lot less hassle asking people to take pictures of you. They're just going to do it for you. Now, these staff members are trained to take the very best pictures at the very best angles, and their cameras that they have are the professional cameras, so you know that the quality is going to come out really well. So I'm really hoping that this option is great for me because, like I said, this will be my first time using it, and all the research that I did sounded really amazing. Disney is known for its short, sporadic rainfalls. Odds are you're going to get rained on at least once during your magical stay, so my suggestion is to bring a poncho from home. If you're buying a poncho at the park, I believe they're about like $10 to $15. If you're bringing a poncho from home, you can get them for $1 at the dollar store. Especially if you're going with a group of people, you don't really want to spend $100 on ponchos when the rain's only going to last about, sometimes only a half hour. So definitely bring one from home and it'll save you a lot of money. Two really nostalgic things that you can do when going to Walt Disney World is to engage yourself in the pin trading and the autograph signing books. Now, the autograph signing books are an amazing keepsake that you can take home. Anytime that you go up to a character and you take a picture with them, have them sign their name in an autograph book, and it's a beautiful memorabilia piece to take home with you. The pin trading, when you have your lanyard, you put all your different pins that you can buy all over the parks and all over the hotels. Anytime you go to a staff member and they have a pin that you like, you can ask them to trade. 9 out of 10 times they have to trade their pin with you. So again, if you have Stitch and you really wanted Goofy and you see that a staff member has Goofy, you can go up to that staff member and say, I want to trade pins with you, and then they take your Stitch one and they give you your Goofy one. Again, it's a great keepsake to take home with you. These next tips seem really obvious, but definitely things that you really should be focusing on when you're in the parks. A, get yourself enough rest. B, make sure you're wearing comfy clothes and comfy shoes. C, make sure you're staying hydrated. That's one of the most important things I can put out there, especially if you're going during the summer season. It can get up to like 95 plus degrees each day. If you are not staying hydrated, you could get dehydrated, which is a terrible, terrible experience. Make sure you're staying hydrated. And D, make sure you're eating enough food to keep yourself energized for the parks. If you do happen to be Walt Disney World during their summer season, take advantage of the shopping and the shows. It's an amazing way to cool down and it's a really fun experience. If you happen to be going to a park more than one day on your stay, I would definitely suggest spending one of those days taking advantage of all their parades. Their parades are probably one of the most magical reasons to visit Walt Disney World. They are beautiful, they are entertaining, they are full of light, they are filled with dancing, they are filled with singing, and they are filled with just pure happiness. So I would definitely suggest doing the parades one day. If you are going back to that park and you've already seen the parade, I would suggest using that time to go on some of the rides, some of the more popular rides. During the parades, a lot of people are lined up to watch these parades. So a lot of the lines at the popular rides are a lot shorter. So I'd suggest doing the parades for one of the day, but then the other day, skip the parade and then go on some of the rides to get a lot shorter wait times. And my very last suggestion would be to embrace your inner child. This is your vacation. Make the most out of it. Make it the most magical experience of your life. Go on all the rides you want to go on. Go to all the shows you want to see. Meet all the characters. High five staff members. Laugh, sing, dance, play along. Eat new foods. Try new things. Make it all about you. Disney World is truly a place where dreams can come true, so make the most out of your experience. And that's it. Those are all my tips and tricks for making the most out of your Walt Disney World experience. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I would love to read them. Thumbs up if you like this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoyed my videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. I would truly appreciate it. And by the way, if you're interested in these Mickey or Minnie ears, customizing them and making them on your own, I actually made these and I have a video on how I made these. I'll link that in the description below. I did not use a sewing machine at all. It's completely done by hand. So again, if you're interested in making some Mickey or Minnie ears, I will link this video in the description below. I love you guys so much and I truly appreciate all of your love, support, and positivity on my channel. I hope that you're having a beautiful day and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys!